Welcome back. Voting for the 30 additional members to serve on the Provincial Executive Committee has been concluded at the 9th ANC Northwest Provincial Conference. The second leg of the 9th ANC Provincial Conference in the Northwest comes to an end in Rustenburg today. Last night, about 79 nominees for additional members were nominated to serve on the Provincial Executive Committee. SABC News reporter Zebilon Maine is live for us at the conference and joins us now on the agenda. Thank you for your time this morning. So Zebilon, we see that voting for the additional 30 members for the PEC has been concluded. What more can you tell us?
Yes, indeed, the voting for additional members of the PEC have been concluded. What is left now is for the IEC to come and give out the results of who made it through to the top, to the 30 group of the PEC as additional members. But that we can expect just once the conference commences here at Civic Center. But currently now it hasn't started because of some members of the ANC left the venue in the early hours of this morning. So we are anticipating that the conference might start anytime soon from now, as Obed Bapela, when we spoke to him earlier on, was saying that they're expecting the conference to start at 11. But to touch base with the alliance of the ANC here in the Northwest, we are just going to touch base with them just to tell us as their experience of this conference since it started 2 weeks ago. We are going to talk to Kopano Kunupi, who is the Secretary of COSATU in the Northwest. Mr. Kunupi, your experience as the alliance of the ANC in the Northwest with regards to the conference?
Well, what we can say is that the mood and the conduct of the members of the ANC and the delegates in this conference has been very calm, and they've been showing that they are committed to rebuilding the organization from the ground. But the disappointing point is that it looks like we will not be able to go to the commission so that we can have a policy discussions from the conference, so that we can give a clear mandate of the ANC to the leadership of the ANC and be able to say how are we going to drive the province moving forward. The other thing that is disappointing is that we have seen some former members of the IPC not be forming part of the last leg of this conference. But what we can appreciate is the fact that we will be able to elect the PEC, and we hope that this PEC will drive the province and go back to rebuild the organization from the ground. We hope that moving forward from this conference, we will convene the PGC and have a thoroughgoing discussion in terms of the policy and how do we rebuild the province, more so that we have a province that has got the potential to grow economically, to create jobs and to build sustainable livelihood. And we hope that we can go there in the PGC, go to the Alliance Economic Council, convene an alliance summit and be able to move forward in rebuilding the province going forward.
That's Kopano Kunupi of Secretary of COSATU in the Northwest. Now, let me bring in Secretary of SANCO in the Northwest, Paket Sakes, who's going to share us with their experience as SANCO. How did the conference unfolded as they were here monitoring this whole process of the conference? And just in brief, share with us your experience with regards to the conference.
Yeah, generally, for the first time in the history of the ANC in the Northwest, that the conference proceeded without any wrong activities of infighting, chairs flying all over the show for the first time. And we want to appreciate the situation, that it shows the level of maturity amongst members of the ANC. But what we are looking for as SANCO in the Northwest Province is to make sure that we do necessary assessment through making sure that the Secretariat Alliance, that's political alliance, to assess performance of all members of the executive, including the Premier himself, so that there should be change. But change should not just be change for changing, but it should be change to add value and change the situation in the Northwest and build confidence of the community of the Northwest to bring services to them. Issues of water, roads, sanitation, it's at the center or at the heart of this. You would recall that Northwest Province returned quite a lot of money to National Treasury, but the situation is appalling. There's no water, there are no services generally in the Northwest Province.
Thank you very much. That is Paket Sakets, or Secretary of Sanco in the Northwest. But as things stand right now, members of the ANC are trickling in slowly into the conference center here in Civic Center. But what I can highlight as to what transpired last night is that you'll remember that Premier of the Northwest, Bushimape, was nominated for the chairperson of the ANC here in the Northwest, but he was beaten by Nono Malloy. But yesterday he was nominated on the floor by some members of the ANC to be a member of the additional member rather of the PEC, but the Premier Bushimape declined the nomination, saying that he's not accepting the nomination. But as to why he didn't accept the nomination, that's what we would like to discover from him as to why he declined that nomination once we can see him around the venue here, because yesterday we couldn't reach him. But as things stand, we are hoping that the conference will start anytime soon. As I've alluded earlier on, to say that the commissions will give feedback, and also that Nono Malloy, as the chairperson of the ANC here in the Northwest, will give acceptance speech, and then after that the national treasurer of the ANC, Paul Mashatile, will close the conference. We are hoping that at least by 2 o'clock the whole process will be done, if things will go accordingly as they have planned here.
Zebilon Maine is our reporter out there watching that ANC conference. We will be, of course, touching base with him a bit later on in the program. Thanks very much indeed.